AITA for not giving my coworker my paid time off. My coworker, 41F, has 3 kids and has worked at this company for 17 years. I, 27F, am childless and have worked here 5 years. We get 18 paid vacation days per year and unlimited sick days if we provide proof. The vacation days are added to your balance on January 1st and accumulate if you don't use them. We can give them to someone else. My coworker regularly takes a day or 2 every month or so. This year, she used 10 of her days in January when her brother dies and another 4 when her daughter got sick. As a result, she only has 4 days for the rest of this year. I have been saving my days for a long vacation and have 44 days, so about 2 months worth saved up. My co-worker's kids want her to take them on a 2-week vacation. The place they want to go is in our country but pretty far away, so 4 days won't be enough. She wants me to give her 6 of my days. Her justification is that I'm childless and don't need that many days. We do get a lot of PTO. I really want to go on a trip around Europe after the pandemic. She says she needs a break more than me. She's kind of right. Maybe kids do make you extra tired. It's not her fault she had to use 14 vacation days in the first 2 months of the year. I told her that I can't give her my days. She's upset and says that it's my fault her kids' dreams are being crushed. Am I the asshole? NTA. Your vacation is part of your compensation, and no business of hers. It doesn't matter if you're using those 44 days to watch paint dry. It's your time and you enjoy it how you want. It doesn't matter if you're using those 44 days to watch paint dry. It's your time and you enjoy it how you want. Right now, Op is planning a vacation, but what if one of her relatives dies, and she needs to take bereavement time? What if one of Op's relatives gets injured, and she needs to take time off to care about them? Op might have just as much reason as the co-worker to need to save them for an emergency, just in case. The unbelievable entitlement for someone to think you should give them your paid time off. It's quite literally the equivalent of money. He's demanding 10 days of your salary. You can absolutely not feel bad and limit your communication with this person who is demonstrating some really out of whack social skills. You didn't ruin anything. You don't owe her anything. No one deserves PTO more than another person, etc. etc. NTA. Damn, she's entitled. How does she even know how many days you have saved up? I'm a parent and I'm definitely tired, but that's the life I chose. Doesn't mean other people should compensate my choices. BC, I deserve it more. We have this chart in the break room that displays how many days you have. It's pretty weird. NTA. Your vacation days are part of your compensation. It wouldn't be reasonable for her to ask you to give her part of your paycheck because you don't have kids, would it? I think Hop should figure out precisely how much money each day is worth, as part of their compensation package, and tell coworker, sure, if you pay me X per day. Edit, thank you for the awards! Exclamation mark. AITA for telling my family the truth about the things my sister has done, causing her to be shunned. This whole thing is a train wreck, so please bear with me. My dad passed away in December. I was his caretaker. My sister kept promising that she would move into the house and help me take care of our dad as he was very ill and needed to have someone with him at all times. Both his physical and mental health were deteriorating. She never helped out. It got to the point that I was severely depressed and not doing well mentally. My doctor told me I needed a break as I was suffering from caretaker fatigue and that my mental state would only get worse without help. I begged my sister to help me with our dad because I couldn't do it alone anymore. That was roughly 6 months before he passed away. She came over once for 20 minutes to talk to him, then left with his bank card to go grocery shopping. Sure, she bought him the groceries on his list, but what she hid from him on a separate receipt was her buying alcohol for herself on his card as well. Due to his mental state, he never noticed the extra missing money on his account. I ended up taking over my dad's finances and keeping a budget to make sure every penny was accounted for. I also set every bill in his name up for auto pay so he wouldn't have to fumble around with his checkbook anymore. All of this was suggested by my dad himself, as he knew his mind wouldn't be there much longer and didn't want to stress over making payments on time. So skipping forward to now, I just found out that my sister not only closed his accounts but also took all the money in his accounts before they could go through probate. My hair is literally falling out because over 8k is owed for bills that were supposed to be paid, and I'm scared of being kicked out of the house for nothing being paid for. My phone has been shut off twice now, and when I call the phone company for help switching my phone bill into my name, I'm told I need the proper paperwork to switch accounts. Unfortunately, my sister has the only copies of the documents I need, and when I make calls to get my own, I'm told I'm not authorized to obtain those copies. I have no idea what that means. Through this whole process, my sister has been repeatedly telling me not to tell our extended family of the passing of our father until everything has been settled. She kept telling me that she would take care of me and help me with anything I need. Told her I was running out of money and that I had no food in the house. She ghosted me and has since been ignoring my attempts at contact. I decided to no longer stay silent and told my relatives what has been going on. Everyone is pissed off with my sister. After causing things to go nuclear, I am feeling like I'm TA. Maybe I shouldn't have gone this far, but I was and still am very mad at her. Edit, my brother and I have an appointment with a lawyer on Tuesday to have this taken care of. NTA, but this is above Reddit's pay grade. You need to see a lawyer. Do not go to r/legal advice. Do not pass go. Call a lawyer immediately. Forgot to add that I will be seeing a lawyer on Tuesday. I was stupid enough to believe her when she said she found a probate lawyer right after he passed away. NTA. This is the easiest one ever. File police report. Lawyer. There. Done. NTA, your sister robbed a dying man. How could you possibly be the asshole for calling her out on her bullshit? If anything, you'd be the asshole if you didn't escalate this to the police. I've been an emotional wreck this past year and I've second-guessed every decision I've made. Part of me feels guilty that she's catching so much heat, and I'd why. NTA, she's getting heat for this situation purely because of her own actions. Incredibly despicable actions I cannot imagine anyone doing. I might add. She is an awful human being, and at this rate you and your lawyer need to discuss potentially having her barred from receiving anything from your dad's estate. Truthfully, I'm so stressed out from all of this that my hair has started to fall out in large clumps. I had a panic attack last night at the thought of becoming homeless or freezing in my house because of her. AITA, for getting mad when my dad insulted me for buying my girlfriend pads. 17 meters, was talking to my dad on the phone, and I was talking to him about a new game I saw in Walmart and briefly mentioned that I went there to get my girlfriend pads. I thought nothing of it and had no problem with it, but he stopped me to ask why I would do that. I got confused and he told me that it's strange and creepy to other women to see a guy in the feminine hygiene section. I told him that she had asked me to and that I'm pretty sure plenty of other guys do it too. After that he said a real man wouldn't do that, and I got pretty frustrated with him. This is what makes me think I may be the asshole. I told him that if he was too weak to go and buy pads, he has no right to decide who a man is or isn't, and I called him an asshole for saying that to me. I was just trying to be a good boyfriend, but I don't know if it comes off as creepy, and I don't think I should have escalated it like that. AITA? Couple of months ago I was in the supermarket, and there was a teenage lad standing in front of the menstrual supplies, looking back and forth between his phone and the shelf. Came back the other way past the aisle and he was still there looking stressed, so I asked if I could help. Turns out his mum has leukemia and isn't supposed to go out, so they've been ordering shopping online for delivery, only the latest order was missing his mum's tampons. The young man had volunteered to go get them, made a note on his phone of what was needed, and was utterly confused and couldn't find it on the shelf because he had no idea what it should look like. Tampons found, crisis averted, lad relieved. Did make sure I told him to be proud of himself for being a good son and an excellent human, smiley face. I mean, it's menstruation, not sodding Ebola. Edit, my first award. Thank you, kind stranger. NTA. Congratulations, at 17 you're now more mature than your father. This, heck, after I gave birth to my first child, I way underestimated how many pads I would need and proceeded to run out after about 3 days after I came home from the hospital. Was in no shape to drive anywhere. So, my husband went out and bought me what I needed. NBD. It's what you do for people you care about. Funny thing is I mentioned it to a couple of female friends and they were appalled that I made my husband do such a thing. When I asked them what I was supposed to do in this situation, I was not yet cleared to drive, so getting them myself wasn't really an option. They said I should have called my mom or sis to get them for me. What? Honestly, I would not have married a man who was not mature and caring enough to deal with female issues of any sort. Bottom line, if he was able to help make the baby, he can help deal with what happens after the baby arrives. NTA. Women don't care. No one cares except your dad and he's being weird. Women don't care in that we're not worried about it being creepy, but we do care, in a positive way, when an awesome person goes out of their way to pick up supplies for us without making a big deal about it. There are also trans and non-binary folks who might need to buy menstrual supplies, and they have every right to be in the menstrual products aisle.